family adventure to Kouri Island. Of course, we stopped for some coffee and smoothies before we headed up north of Nago. There's Kouri Island. We did take the expressway. Steven takes it often, but it was the first time the kids and I had been on it. So the speed limit there is about 80 kilometers per hour, which is similar to about 50 miles per hour, but that's the fastest that I've driven or been in a car that was driving that fast since we've gotten here. So that was kind of exciting. They were like, oh my gosh, we're going so fast. Compared to the States, it's not much, but it was fast for us. Anyways, so we're driving, the expressway ends, and then you go on to this road that's called the 58, and it goes along the coastline, so it's really beautiful. If you've ever been on the PCH in California in the US, very similar to that, very pretty. And then there are some tunnels that you have to go through, which the kids thought was super neat, through these mountains. And you can just see there's lots of farmland. We're actually behind a tractor here, so that happens here too, not just in the US. And we'll just go around them. And then here we are pulling up into this parking lot specifically for this place called Heart Rock, which has this rock that sticks out of the water and is said to look like a heart. So there were a lot of people there that day. This is the path we take down. I had to turn off the recording because you actually have to start using your hands to climb down there at the end. But we got down. It was really fun. We found a great place off to the side where we could just relax kind of by ourselves, take off our mask. So there were lots of people there, but they kind of stayed over closer to Heart Rock itself. And so we were just we had this side of the beach to ourselves. And the kids love to just go play in the water and look for shells. If you can see in the distance, there's a big ship. So that was fun to watch that come in. Steven thought it might be a ferry from one of the other islands out there. But it was going pretty fast considering how big it was. So it was neat to see. And then you can actually see there was a couple there that was taking pictures for their wedding. So that was really neat to see all the different poses and stuff they were doing. I can't imagine how she climbed down. But more just kind of looking at the water and finding cool shells and rocks, and just such a beautiful day. The temperature was perfect. We had brought some food with us to kind of have a little picnic there on the beach. These rocks were super cool. You can hardly tell, but they've got lots of tiny holes, and there's these little crustaceans that live in there. They kind of look like snails. So the kids like to look through and see, oh, if there's 10 of them here, how many there were. There were just thousands and thousands of these little crustaceans, but we had a great time. The sand was really nice. A lot of the sand here is very corally, so you have to wear like rubber-soled water shoes. But on this particular beach, it was pretty sandy, so you could walk around without your shoes on. So we enjoyed that, just kind of feeling the sand in our toes. They were not supposed to get super wet that day, but of course, Tucker was wet up to about his waist, I think. He just couldn't resist. They had a good time though. We both did. Steven and I just kind of sat up there and relaxed. And then eventually the kids started a little project up on the top part of the beach. So they picked up all these sticks and like driftwood, and they would just hammer it down into the sand and make this like fence. It was so Steven's telling them as we were leaving, like, you do have to take all those sticks up out of the ground, which they didn't love, but we made them clean it up before we left. And you can just see lots of farmland and how beautiful it is around here as we were leaving. So we're leaving Kouri Island at this point. And Emma had fallen asleep pretty quickly, but then we came to this bridge and I asked Steven to pull over so I could go look and just take pictures. And so Tucker came with me and we took this cool panoramic picture where he actually shows up twice. He thought that was like the funniest thing ever. And I had heard of this park at the Ginoza Rest Area, that it was super cool. And so we decided to stop by that on the way home, which the kids were definitely up for. It did not disappoint. It was very clean and well maintained, and all the children play so nicely. There might have been one other American family, but other than that, it was mostly the Japanese locals. And at first the kids went down this slide, which is huge, and they were going really slow, but then they were watching the Japanese children do it, and they pull up their legs and just kind of go on their backside, and they were able to go faster. So they were showing me, look, Mom, look how fast I'm going now. That was cute. So yeah, super cool park, several layers. Up on the top, there's like a trampoline. There's all kinds of different little areas for them. So it's right by the water. Here's the tsunami, sea level just saying we're at 5 meters to watch out. But overall, we had a great day.